I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar! A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
Oh.
That dream died long ago. You should have done the same. Your kingdom will perish alongside you. By my hand.
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence!
Who could do this?
Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity? Huh?
Louise.
A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
War is on the horizon. Before they command that I dry my pen, I must finish my final work. It is a tale of hope that may yet salvage this world. It isn't right. This idea of foreigners has only ever been a tool against the foreign. If we could end such prejudice, surely war would be next to fade. We would be free to travel to far-flung lands. The reality is, we are riddled with anxiety. We fight, we oppress, and magic is but a tool of war. Our world could be better. Can we not dream such dreams? In such a world, they need no sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and skilled labor. Glass spires reach the heavens, safe nights with no dark shadows, streets well-traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal. I know, just a daydream. Castle on a cloud. Yet I have faith. I believe that fiction can become hope, wielded by a worthy avatar. I believe a hero will stand true and change the world. After all, this world need not stay like this forever. The will to believe in something beyond us, indeed that, is what we call fantasy.
Alright, hello and welcome. I'm Agnostic Noob, and this is Metaphor, ReFantazio. I'm probably mispronouncing that badly, so my apologies to the developers. Alright, we have business to attend to. Yes, we do. Looks like my autosave and my manual save are exactly the same. How lovely. I'll go ahead and use my manual save, though, just because that was the one that I used. Apologize for the late start. Had a mild cold to wrap up last weekend, and the cough lasted through the week and is still going on, and it's making my head hurt. Also, I had a long and fruitful day today. Did some needed shopping and spent some time with one of my nephews, and you know, relatively good day actually. Besides the headache. But I'm hoping to kick this cough before Monday, because Monday I start at work back in the office at full time. I've been teleworking for 5 years, and now that ends. So, if I'm going to be in the office, I would like to be healthy in the office, because nothing gets you side-eyed more quickly than walking in, coughing and wheezing and sneezing and sniffling every 2 seconds. Let's go and load our data up here. We'll just get going. So I have some memorandums to read here. I'm going to go ahead and read this new one about humans, because that caught me off guard. When we fought the first boss last week, it's like, it's a human. I'm like, that don't look like no human to me, buddy, but okay. I mean, you know, maybe in this world, humans are horrific monstrosities. Honestly, humans can be horrific monstrosities in the real world, so, you know, what do I know? Unknown monsters with bizarre forms, unlike any natural beast. Their bodies hold immense amounts of volatile magma, and they rampage through their surroundings indiscriminately. Despite their berserk nature marking little sign of intelligence, they can wield advanced magic beyond the grasp of all sentient beings. Many aspects of their biology and ecology remain a total mystery. Given their natural physical resilience, large specimens can wipe out entire armies. Excuse me. Although there have been sightings of humans since antiquity, actual encounters are incredibly rare, and they have long been dismissed from being any real threat. However, recent years have seen them appearing with more rapid frequency across the Crown's lands, which has the people uneasy. Don't blame them. That thing was really hard to fight. Let's see, we've looked at, what's a Mogla crystal? A crystallized cluster of Mogla that forms naturally in places where high concentrations are left to fester, though scholars have recently developed methods to create them artificially. The color of the crystals depends on the formation process and its impurities. High-purity natural crystals are indispensable in producing high-performance igniters. Good to know. As a result, some value them higher than gems and precious metals. Areas where crystals are abundant are often claimed in the name of the Crown as mining sites. Makes sense. However, people have long whispered that Mogla crystals are dangerous to those who deal in them. Such statements are largely regarded as hearsay because there was little evidence to support it, but recently even the state army has grown more cautious with them, as reported incidents are on the rise. Seems like all kind of incidents are on the rise here. Resident vessels. My apologies. Like I said, cough. Getting over a cold is never fun. Resident vessels. When an archetype's power causes a transformation, the first stage is that of the heart becoming a metallic object of unknown origin. To activate the power, the wielder must announce their determination and their hopes for it into their newly made heart, which urges the body to awaken. This does not mention the fact that the heart was literally ripped from the protagonist's chest, but okay. This outcry is akin to the battle cries of heroes past, who were known to call upon archetypes in the face of danger. It can be said that the transformation makes the wielder an ideal version of themselves after ripping their own heart out. Okay. I'm sorry, it was crazy. The Prince's Curse. The lingering malevolent magic sustained by the prince during his assault 12 years ago. At the time of the incident, great minds from all over the country attempted to break the curse, yet none were successful. Those who can see the flow of Magla say it resembles poisonous briar vines entwined around the sleeping prince. Here's a question. The king presumably had the most powerful magic anywhere. Like, he was like almost like unto a god. And he couldn't do anything about this? I find that mildly confusing. Farsight Mirror. Mysterious looking glass tinged with magic, entrusted to Gallica by the Resistance for her secret mission. This pair of identical mirrors reflects the view of the other, no matter the distance separating them. Gallica possesses one half of the pair, while the other remains by the prince, allowing her to check on his condition at any time. It's good to know. Originally owned by the prince, it is a small item that is impossible to make with contemporary technology. Some believe it may in fact be a divine relic. Clearly, let's look at the royal magic again. Powerful magic. Okay, see, it has tremendous power that can bring about anything the king desires. So why couldn't he break the curse on the prince? Who the heck could put a curse on the prince more powerful than what the king can do? I don't get it. Something doesn't make sense about that. All right, moving on. History, the northern border fort. This might be a short stream if this keeps up. A defensive fort on the northern edge of Ukrainian territory, also bordering the country of Oceania, to the west. Built before the kingdom's unification, this old stronghold has outlived its political and strategic relevance and is most often used as a training ground for new soldiers, and now serves as a graveyard of sorts because a whole bunch of people just died there. A whole bunch. The Hidden Village. A hidden village whose name and location are kept secret from the world. The prince, afflicted by a curse, is being sheltered and receiving treatment here. This is also where Monopia and Gallica were issued their secret mission. Monopia is our protagonist. The prince's assault. An assassination on the prince 12 years ago. Assailants infiltrated the palace to attack the prince as he was sleeping, catching the royal guard by surprise with their sudden appearance within the secured grounds. That's kind of scary. Though these loyal guards gave panic chase, they ultimately made a cataclysmic blunder. Not only did they allow the prince to be harmed, they failed to capture the assailants or even ascertain their identities. The assailant who made direct contact with the prince was a mage who fled the palace after casting a high-level curse. Thanks to the efforts of the royal healers, the prince avoided an untimely demise, but they were unable to free him from this affliction. According to the royal guards who fought the band of assassins, the only clue regarding the identity of the mage was they were patently not an adult. Okay. This assailant was able to arrange a sneak attack within the palace, had a masterful command of a high-level curse magic, and the appearance of a child. By all accounts, the only person to match these unique criteria was Lewis, who was afterwards strongly condemned by all in the palace. However, no evidence can be found, and justice is still yet to be served. If I recall correctly, it was in fact Lewis that did this. All right, let's look at Stroll here. Leon Stroll, a young man of the Clamar tribe, met at the recruitment center in Grand Trad. A genial youth who values justice with a good head on his shoulders. He comes from a noble family, but seems to have complex circumstances that led him to enlist in the army. Typically a commoner profession. Though new recruits grumble at being ordered to refer to each other by their surnames in order to prevent overfamiliarity, Stroll doesn't seem to mind. Grius. Arvid Grius, a veteran rogue warrior and resistance member alongside Monopia and Gallica. He infiltrated the ranks of the army and has been working as a covert operative. Gallica was entrusted with delivering secret orders to him. Secret, not sacred. Oh my gosh. For him. Estevem Forden, the 78th Pontifex of the Sanctus Church, the state religion of the United Kingdom. He holds the highest authority within Sanctism and, as such, is the leader of the crown theocracy. Despite hailing from the Rogue tribe, rather than the more common Clamar or Roussant tribes, I think that's how it was pronounced, Roussant, he enjoys a broad base of support. In the turmoil following the sudden death of the previous king, many view him as something of an interim king, given his position as the leader of the moderate faction. Louis Guyaburn, a Clamar royal army officer of great renown who managed to become nobility at an exceptionally young age. He possesses extraordinary skills as both a warrior and an archmage, but even more highly regarded are his capabilities as a military strategist, for which his superior insight and grasp of psychology set him apart. His faculties as a young soldier were so shrewd that his own allies came to grow wary of him, calling him a monster in the making. No kidding. He prized his rationality above all else, strictly adhering to a policy of appointing officers by their capabilities alone, without regard for tribe or origin. As a result, senior officials accuse him of trying to undermine tradition. However, he now wields an influence far beyond a typical officer, and many believe he will be the youngest person ever to be appointed the Army's highest-ranking position of general. Mage, a general term for those who have good command over magic. Formerly, it refers to those who have achieved a national qualification to professionally use magic. However, as many commoners have difficulty discerning those who are formally qualified, this catch-all term rose to prominence. There are several tiers to mage certification, with the majority being for low-tier artisans, engineers, and soldiers, which limit the type and uses of magic. However, some professions have fewer restrictions, such as magic professors and healers. The higher the tier of certification, the more difficult it is to obtain. Few in the kingdom hold the highest tier, and one bearer alone can influence nations. Culture. Fantasy novel. This is the book that Matapia carries. The book Matapia carries with him. It is a memoir-style novel depicting a country with neither magic nor a notion of tribes, where people are not discriminated by birth, quite literally a fantasy world. It was designated as a forbidden text by the Sanctus Church 10 years prior, convenient, and most copies are thought to have been burned, making it hard to come by in the present day. It is a well-bound book that would be unusual for a commoner to own. Recruitment Center. A center located in every city for people to apply to join the army. Be all you can be. For those without family or means, volunteering is one of the quickest ways to earn money and social credibility. Recruitment is not always open, but concerns about public safety due to the sudden death of the king, as well as monster outbreaks in the area, has led to an unusually long recruitment period in the royal capital. Makes sense. Okay, that covers every new entry. Whew. I am so sleepy. What was that power in you, I wonder? Gria seemed to know something about it. Well, hey, I say use it or lose it. That said, let's take the rest of the day off. Ha ha ha. I want to talk some more. Sure, if you want, but let's take a break eventually. Okay. Yes, we will. We will take a break eventually, I promise. Are there any goodies I can find around here? Darn it. Ah, see? See? This is why you look around. There's an insect emitting a strange light. I obtained a gold beetle with a key symbol, which is weird, but okay. Let's see, broken igniter. This looks like stuff we can just sell for money. Gold beetle, a small bug that glows with golden magla. Nobody would buy it, but there's apparently someone out there who's into them. It's a collectible. Oh, goody. This is going to be like mini medals from Dragon Quest. Awesome. State Army uniform, though worn down by many years of use, it's been neatly patched and handled with respect. Let's see, soldier sword. Dang, even after the boss fight, I didn't get a full heal? Are you joking? Are you joking? Have some mercy, game. I'm just looking at Monopia's status there, and he's definitely down a few hit points and magic, too. That's some crazy stuff. Okay. Heirloom Greatsword, Legacy Sword, Protagonist only, slash, Fairy Saber. So will Gallica actually fight with us? Military cuirass. Standard body armor where shoot just soldiers in the same armory. Well worn but carefully polished. Makes sense. Horsehide gloves. Yes, got gloves. We got a travel charm. Ooh, what's this? Unpolished garnet. A worn down red gemstone carried by soldiers heading to the battlefield. Okay. Okay, well, I can heal if I need to. Alright. Just ensuring that I don't miss out on any knickknacks. Doesn't look like there's any more here. But glad that I checked, because otherwise we would have missed that golden beetle, and that would have been upsetting. Because this is probably not an area we can come back to. You've done a fine job delivering that message, lad. It's finally time for us to act for His Highness. Ah, you want to ask about that power, don't you? Huh? I had a question of my own. You seem to know a great deal about the royal family. Before you infiltrated the army, who were you?
Indeed.
Nothing but a mercenary. And yet, His Majesty gave me the honor of being His Highness, the Prince's tutor in swordplay. You must be very skilled. The night of the attack, I was there.
I see.
Truly, that's incredible. Not how I'd describe it. Alright, Stroll. What you got? Never in all my life have I witnessed anything like that power you used. Tell me, is it some sort of magic? I mean, your guess is as good as mine, but dude, literally the protagonist ripped his own heart out of his chest. And then did something. It was crazy. I don't know. No, I suppose it couldn't be. Not with the igniters we were supplied with, at least. Yours was broken in the commotion besides. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Incredible. If only I'd had that kind of power back then. Apologies. I'm just thinking out loud. Today's been a trying day for us both, so let's get some rest. Today has, in fact, been a lot. Don't you want to take the rest of the day off? Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and do that. Good, I'm pooped. Well. Uh-oh. Tossing and turning. Can't sleep?
I'm not surprised after what we just went through.
It's hard to tell when it's going to be voice acted and when it isn't.
Still, you've got to keep yourself rested to be at your best.
What about you? Why aren't you asleep? You just talked about how pooped you were, and here you are completely wide awake. Alright, I know.
I know, I will.
I really do like that this protagonist is not completely silent.
I wanted to tell you, though. When the human attacked, I heard a strange voice. It told me my duty would be to guide you. What do you think it meant?
Not sure what it meant, but, you know, could have been from the Great Deku Tree. All I know, Gallica, is if you start saying, hey, listen, ad nauseum, every 2 seconds, I'm going to rip off your wings and throw you over a cliff. Don't do it. Don't do it, Gallica. Do not become Navi. Do not become Navi. I won't actually rip out her wings. Gallica's cute. We like Gallica.
I mean, I haven't exactly been much of a girl so far. All I told you was that we had to deliver our message, and that almost got you killed.
Yeah, but I don't think you can put that on yourself. I don't think I can put that on you. I mean, seriously, that thing came out of nowhere. Like, what even was that thing? I mean, you know, we weren't expecting that. Who could expect that? Who would actually expect that? Who would go to this training building and be like, oh, hey, there's this horrific monstrosity, and it killed everybody. I mean, it's slightly tropey, but, you know, you couldn't have planned for that.
I never expected it would be this dangerous, and it feels kind of like it's my fault.
It's not your fault. It is not your fault.
It's not your fault.
Why would it be your fault? It is not your fault. No,
You
stop
say
blaming yourself.
that, but
It is not your fault. You can't possibly have planned for that. Nobody would have planned for that. We were going to deliver a freaking message to somebody. In a way in which a dozen different things could have gone wrong. But nobody could have planned for that. So, no.
look, I can't fight with you, but as long as you're up against all this scary stuff, I'll try to help however I can.
So why do you have a rapier?
You've got something special, you know. I don't know what it is just yet, but I believe in you. Oh, hey, you know what insomnia is good for? Catching up on reading.
She wants to read more of the book.
If only our lives were anything like the world in your novel. It's just war after war here, with Magla arts fueling the flames. But it's a nice fantasy. Enjoy it while you can. Good night.
Seriously, do you ever sleep, Gallica? Well, you're always awake. Okay. Da Vinci? Or something? What is happening right now?
Well, hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Are you Dr. Claw?
Waiting. And now you've acquired a most interesting power.
Huh?
You truly are an intriguing one. Fascinating. In the moments where your heart is most gripped by the book, I can reach out to you.
Okay. And you are...
My name is Moore.
Moore.
And I am the humble author of the novel you've been reading.
Huh? Are you currently still alive?
You stand now in my study. Why, that, isn't it? A hall of wisdom, purpose-built for the research of certain powers.
I like your cat.
I call it academia.
Okay.
Alas, it's as much a prison as it is a library. His most merciful majesty saw fit to lock me in this place.
So, a couple things. One, that's sucky. Why would the... I'm presuming you mean the king. And he locked you in there, apparently. Okay. Two, those are some heels on your boots there, buddy. Just look, those are at least 2 to 3 inch heels right there. Dang. I recommend flats.
It has me a bit addled, honestly. I no longer remember where in the kingdom my study actually lies.
Okay. So how I mean, well, okay. We'll just roll with it. Roll with it.
I never imagined my voice would reach beyond these walls. Until you appeared. And now, by whatever strange forces are afoot, I can speak directly to your mind.
Great. Just remember, some sections of the mind are quite private, and I'll thank you to stay out of them.
So, what would you say to an alliance?
Kind of an alliance.
What kind of alliance?
I like that Matopia has odd eyes.
There must be more you wish to know. For instance, the nature of this fascinating power you've awakened to.
That would be good.
I believe you have found a way to wield true magic. You need no petty conduit of mortal make. You can even change your appearance using the raw magma within.
So, no igniter needed then?
It is above all a mystic art. Now the stuff of legend. What I have come to call archetypes.
Archetypes, okay.
Archetypes?
A spirit of heroic virtue. A transformative power that manifests only in those who embody the heroes and kings of old in some core aspect.
Okay.
Heroes of antiquity are often depicted as near mythic figures, with forms transcending the mortal. These accounts are no mere allegory, but truth.
Most legends have some sort of truthful root.
However, none of my records describe anyone wielding such power as freely as you. Perhaps you are meant for not just proficiency, but mastery.
Wielding it freely? He ripped his own heart out!
In their truest form, archetypes represent the power of a true hero. One who can drive away calamity and evil in this world, no matter its form.
And what happens if somebody with an archetype goes rogue and decides to go the other direction?
Indulge me this request, and I believe my dream may yet be possible. Together, we can restore the kingdom's ideals.
Okay.
I shall gladly provide you knowledge and assistance to master your newfound power. So what say you? Will you take my hand in friendship?
I know you're kind of invading my brain space here, but I mean, you have a choice, yes and yes. Excuse me. This guy's tall.
The bargain is struck then.
Did I just sell my soul to you? I hear a voice from somewhere.
The scholar in search of utopia, more. Within him dwells the virtue of the seeker. Nurture thy bond with him, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Okay. New bond.
Let's see what manner of story you'll weave.
New ability, Seeker Archetype. The party can now study the Seeker once unlocked in Academia. Okay. Bright-Eyed Student allows the party to change between archetypes once unlocked in Academia. Okay. And apparently we can build relationships with people. Very, very common thing in Atlas games. Most notably in the Persona series. Is this our skill tree? I can sense the heroic embodiment of the Seeker from Moore. That's such a weird name for a character. Just, I don't know, seems very nondescript. Followers. Moore is the first of your followers, people that support your quest as steadfast allies that you can grow closer to. Strengthening your bonds with your followers will lead to unlocking various abilities that can change the shape of your journey. Okay. Moore is just the first of many, so keep an eye out. Great. Are there romantic interests in this game? Is there like...
Again, I'm sure. Here's to our
No. Well, I guess we'll find out.
And the thrills that yet lie ahead.
Sounds good.
The royal funeral draws ever closer. 5 days remain.
So clearly there's a time aspect to this game because it keeps talking about how many days we got left until this. Keeps showing us the time of day. Yes, we're all ready.
From here on, we travel in secret. If we're to get back into the capital, we'll have to do it undetected.
Are we kind of deserters at this point?
So we'll cut through the forest, find the abandoned mine shaft in the mountain, and take the tunnel to the other side.
Sounds dangerous.
That way they'll never see it coming, huh?
I kind of like Gallica's little helmet there.
Lad, you'll be our vanguard. And we'll trial by fire. But the sooner you get used to that power, the better.
Speaking of, you were talking like you know something about it.
Yeah.
Not much. Just what I've picked up from missions in the early days. I've only heard it's a power found in those who walk a righteous path. Sounded like superstition to me, but everything's always clearer on the battlefield. Once I saw it in action, I could tell it was no fable. Never thought it'd come back to haunt me. Despite all my training and research, I never managed to master it myself.
Huh. It really is something special, then.
Don't forget, one wrong move and I'll cut you down.
That was an awfully quick shift into threatening there, buddy.
I'm aware.
I'm watching you.
Dude,
Yes,
calm
I
down.
get it. Just trust me, alright?
Right. Let's check the map. This'll all be for nothing if we get lost.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Getting lost would suck. A lot.
This place.
They're called the Nord Mines, apparently. Going through them would put us nearer the capital, it seems.
That being the case.
This road should take us to Grand Trad.
Alright.
We'll check for a way around. Next stop, Grand Trad.
Hold on.
This is actually a really big map. I can zoom out. Look at the size of this map. There's a lot. This is like... We haven't even explored a fraction so far. Okay.
This place here.
An abandoned mine. No longer operational. It is now infested with monsters. And this is the way you want to go. Okay. The Nord mines are full of complex paths. We can go through them to approach the capital undetected.
Don't let your guard down.
Provided we don't die. We're going through the Nord mines. Are you ready? Yes, let's go. We should hurry. Our focus is on making it to the royal capital.
The Nord Mines, located northwest of Grand Trad. It is resource-rich with magla crystals. Its proximity to the capital simplified crystal excavation, but the Sanctus Church's sudden proclamation of closure stopped work in its tracks. Exiting the forest, the party continues along the wooded road leading to the derelict mine.
So Sanctus Church closed it up, huh? Could it be because it became a monster-infested hellhole? The mine's entrance should be just ahead. Don't stray off the path.
Huh? What happened?
What's the matter? I may be imagining it, but I can't help but feel we're being watched. We are.
No.
We are. This deep in the wilderness, though? Couldn't be. Sorry, I'm just on edge.
Don't let your guard down.
Looking for an opening to escape? Don't forget I have my eye on you. Could you just calm the hell down, Grius? For crying out loud, we fought with this dude, okay? Just clear your jets.
Look at that.
I have to yeet you off a cliff. Hey, look, up in the air. It's murder birds. Great. That large bird is known as a corvo. It stalks its prey from the sky, then goes in for an ambush. They look like murder birds. Trying to turn off the microphone whenever I'm having like a coughing fit. I'm not succeeding completely well enough, but I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about the coughing. So what now? Like we need another addition. Ooh. Excuse me, to our list of problems. Maybe we can hide and wait it out? No, we need to keep moving. We're already low on time as is. Besides, let me guess. You could move much faster if I died back there and you didn't need to keep an eye on me? Come on, have a little faith.
Let's go.
Should I? If you're truly worthy, then demonstrate it. We need to move. Don't fall behind.
Pushing forward.
Mine's entrance should be up ahead. We're not alone, though. Yeah, we've established that. There are murder birds. Glue moss? Okay.
Stop!
Hold on, there's some wild dogs over there. Hundos. The beasts hunt in packs. Should they come at us together, we'll be overwhelmed if we're not careful. We can't give them the chance to surround us. Whew. We'll need to find a different path for now. Why do you hesitate, lad? It's just a pack of wild dogs, barely worth a moment's worry for someone such as you. Wait, huh? Okay, you just talked about how we would be overwhelmed if they surround us, and then you're like, oh, but wait a second, you're fine. You still don't get it. So be it. It seems you need an impromptu lesson on the basics of combat. Pay attention as this subject affords few mistakes. First, take a good look at your foes. Consider, is this your first meeting, or are you already familiar with them?
Got it.
Once you've assessed their strength, prepare your next move. If they're stronger, approach with caution. If they're weak, cut them down quickly.
Luke.
Now, size up that hundo. What do you make of it? It looks like a dog. I don't know. Indeed, you slipped out of death's grip at the fort, so this should hardly be a challenge. Okay, sizing up enemies. Press L2 to activate face sight and identify an enemy's strength via their color. Lower level enemies will glow blue, enemies of the same level will glow yellow, and higher level enemies will glow red, very much like an MMO. Unknown enemies will appear white. Okay. When you have leveled up to a point where you think you could overpower certain enemies, you can simply approach the enemy to see if their color has changed. When engaging a weaker force, clear your mind and simply do what must be done. Put them to the sword. Weaker enemies can be defeated quickly with a simple square attack. In addition, while being attacked on the field by a weaker enemy will not force you into a squad battle, although the protagonist will still take damage, so be careful. Oh my gosh! Can we do this now, please? If you press L1 when a cursor is over an enemy, you will lock onto that enemy. That enemy will always be in view, and you can easily close the distance by attacking. Can I play now, please? Understood? Now try it for yourself, lad.
Right there. Come on! Alright. How's that? Push through! Alright. How's that?
Nice. I bet we'll find a use for that.
Seriously, let me play the damn game. Okay, we got some sturdy straw. We killed some hundos.
Hold on.
Ah, that's right. I have one more rule for you to keep in mind because we haven't had enough tutorials yet. What is it?
Got it.
Never drop your guard, even against weaker foes. On the battlefield, fortunes can turn if you let up for even a moment. Should that happen, change your tactics and fight together as one. Stay calm, and you'll be fine. Alright, press triangle to initiate a squad battle against an enemy in the field. If you use triangle to initiate a squad battle on an enemy after depleting its break gauge with square attacks, the battle starts with a great advantage in your favor. However, if you are attacked by an enemy stronger than you, you will be forced into a battle where the enemy is at an advantage. Okay, good to know. Survey the situation and use different methods to fight. Never stop looking for ways to seize any tactical advantage. It's a game. Oh my gosh, with the messages! Evaluate the enemies in your vicinity to decide whether you'll dispatch them quickly with a square attacks to stun them first or jump directly to a strategic squad battle using triangle. Phase sight will help you determine your battle approach while staying out of enemy reach. Use it to be efficient as you tackle a dungeon.
I'm counting on you.
There's no replacement for first-hand experience. I agree. Pity I can't get any because I'm constantly reading your text boxes. Get comfortable with fighting before we reach Grand Trad. I need to be sure you can defend yourself. Well, then let me go. Let me move around, you. Look here, eye patch. I've been standing here listening to you for 10 minutes now. Let me play. Jerk. All right. Man. All right. If you're unhappy with how a battle is going, you can restart it from the beginning by pressing L3. Okay, that's good to know. Pressing R2 assist will automatically move the cursor to an enemy who has a weakness to a skill you have. Okay. Well, there's one enemy here, so yeah. This battle music, though.
Take this sword, finish the job.
Unscathed Triumph. Got some bonuses. No spoils.
I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while.
By a while, do you mean like 30 seconds? Because there's a whole pack of pooches up there. Oh!
Push through. Okay, let's give this all we've got.
Get in there! Finish him off!
Take this sword, finish the job. Some battles are hardly a footnote.
I feel stronger.
Got a level up there. Let's see. Stats increased. Okay, good. And we can give another point. I want to boost strength. For now, yes.
Careful, we've got company.
Bouncy bark.
Alright, how's that, Dad? Let's push through. Alright, how's that?
Amazing! Great moves back there.
Well, that wasn't pretty, but got the job done.
Come on! This battle's ours.
Everyone, go!
Oh, there's two of them. This one's almost done, so let's see if we can take him out. That's right, we stunned him.
Still here?
Take this.
Even easier than expected.
Looks like we're safe for now.
We're not even in the mines yet.
Watch out!
Dad? Let's give him a fight.
There's three of them. Let's see.
Seeker!
They're weak against wind. So we're gonna finish off the weaker one.
Just two left. You've got nothing to worry about. I will fight you.
Don't be careless. Here I go.
Okay.
Take this.
Wish every fight was that easy, eh?
I certainly do. Getting a little bit of experience bonus there doesn't hurt.
Clear.
Hello.
What is it?
Haven't seen you lot around these parts before. You wouldn't be bandits now, would you? What are you talking about? Now that I get a better look at you, I'd say you aren't bandit material. Yeah, we're really not. I guess I'm just on edge. I know it's funny to think so in a deserted place like this, but I feel like I'm being followed. It's not deserted. There are monsters everywhere, and you're just standing here.
But
What are you doing? Waiting for a bus? Exactly. What are you doing in such a remote place? Oh, I'm not your enemy, friend. I'm just a peddler. That didn't answer the question. Why are you here? I have a regular nearby, so I came for business. But the beasts are real bloodthirsty today, so I assumed a human appeared. Yeah. For instance, have you heard about the human who appears from nowhere and wipes out entire towns? Terrifying, no? Actually, yes. My apologies. Didn't mean to sour the mood. Hey, would you lot be interested in buying something? Huh? Yeah. Spend some money? Let's see, you've got medicinal herbs, medicine, and revival medicine. I don't really have that much in the way of coins, so I'm going to pass on buying anything for right now. Oh, if you found something worth selling, I can give you a good price. Plenty of stuff in these woods, lots of rubbish, but some materials too. You won't catch me scavenging for it today, though.
Thank you.
I'll say putting the pill beast settle down some. You find something worth selling, well, you know where to find me.
Welcome.
Okay, so this is, I presume, stuff that you don't need to keep. I mean, I'm going to still, but if I need coin desperately, I know what I can do to get real. Like, that apple is 1,000, dang. I think we'll be good. Much obliged, do come back. Seriously, why? I mean, okay. Just standing here.
This battle's out. A tough one.
Stay focused.
Great, great. Still up?
Take this. You hate to see it.
Huh? You hate to see it? Dude, we got bonus XP and bonus, like, man, and bonus money. Why would you hate to see that? That made no sense. You make no sense. I am very confused by you.
Come on.
That was brilliant.
That's all over. We can relax for now.
Push through.
We're not there yet? Are you sure this is the right path?
This is our chance.
Get in
there. Finish him off. Darius has this
Kill
handled.
all your example. You're here? There's no way I'm stopping here.
Eyes forward. Enemies are still present.
Oh, hey.
Come on! Quick, let's finish!
We have the edge. Let's take them all out.
Get ready!
Should have been paying attention to what Grius was saying there.
Take this.
He literally warned me.
Help back.
Not done yet.
Oh, we didn't get stunned.
Let's hurry on.
Alright, well, no one scathed the result that time. That's
That'll
alright.
do it. All right, how's that? Yeah. This is our chance.
Stay calm, everyone.
Wind.
I don't feel bad about that.
Looks like we're safe for now.
Hold on.
Hold. The air here has suddenly grown tense. It wasn't tense already?
Got a moment?
Hey, what's going on? We've been surrounded. Even out here, it would seem that the monsters are the least of our concerns. I know you can hear me, so show yourself. Or would you rather we come at you? That's kind of a bold statement to make, Riz, considering we can't see whoever it is. So how are we going to come at them? This guy makes no sense. What the heck? I'm just adjusting my sitting position, sorry. Ah, damn, awfully sharp for an old goat, ain't ya? The bastards lived long enough. Kill them quick. Uh-oh.
It appears we must do this.
I've never fought soldiers before, but I won't waver. Scour!
Oh, geez, I got a preemptive strike there.
What is that? Never seen anything like it.
That's not an igniter.
It's definitely not an igniter, you got that right. Your helmets are silly, by the way.
Let's do this.
Uh-oh.
Coming at us.
Okay, guarding. Press circle to guard, which consumes one turn icon. Okay. Guarding greatly decreases the damage your character takes and prevents any weaknesses from being exploited. This prevents the enemies from gaining turns, too. They can gain turns.
What's that? I think something's coming! Watch out!
Take this. Finish the job.
Let's do this.
Sight.
Watch your language. Okay, utilizing formations effectively. During squad battles, your formation will affect the damage party members deliver and receive, depending on their position. So many tutorials. Those in the front row deal more damage with melee attacks. Those in the back row deal less melee damage, but take less damage from enemies. During battle, you can change your formation by using up or down to move party members between rows. Okay.
Seeker.
All that damage you did to me was undone.
No mercy for you. Hold still. Here they come.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and just, you know, end you. What? You punk! You shifty little punk.
Coming at us.
What's that? I think something's coming. Watch out!
How much magic do we have? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just beat on him.
Got no mercy for you.
Ow. Okay, I probably should have guarded there.
Take this. Let's show. It's our turn now.
God, what was that, Grius? That was pathetic.
Tougher than I thought. Damn you.
Dude, this guy's got some HP. We got a ton of XP out of that, though. I'll take it. 2 medicines. Should probably use one. Damn, that still didn't level me to 6? Are you kidding? Are they soldiers from the fort? I don't think are. They deserted or something because everybody else that was there died horrifically. They survived? No, that couldn't be. They're simply deserters, aren't they?
No.
Oh, that's not what I'm asking. How would they have already mobilized a pursuit? I don't know, but I think it's safe to say that I'm the least of your worries at this point.
Let's hurry.
In any case, we should probably keep moving. Let's go. Galka's got the right of it here.
All right.
Here we are. It looks so creepy. Well, I guess you did say it was abandoned. Aye. The Crown Theocracy ordered it so. I haven't been to this place in quite some time. Despite the royal decree, I still hear of miners risking it all to come to this place, seeking the riches left within.
Hey.
I'll happily trade some illegal miners for the armed detachment of soldiers pursuing us. Shall we hurry inside?
Indeed.
You're not wrong there. Make preparations if you must, but be quick about it.
So?
How's it going there, merchant dude? Oh, hey, I got a full heal.
What is it?
Color me surprised. Didn't think there'd be others with business in an abandoned mine. But why come here of all places? Is there someone you know inside? Why are you here? Why are you here? I could ask you the same thing. Haven't you heard? This place was abandoned, but a few blokes stayed behind to do some less than legal mining. One of them is an old friend of mine. I sell the stones he digs out. But enough about that. Surely we met for a reason, so if there's something you need, allow me to accommodate you. What you got? You have nothing. Nothing different. I just happen to have more money than previously. This area used to be quite a bustling little hub, but these days, only the curious tend to get close. Of course, I made a fortune in those days. Now I'm lucky to get loose change. Well, if you made a fortune, why didn't you invest it? Plan for the future, you... Well, whatever. From the looks of it, the veins were far from depleted, so why did the Sanctus Church order the mine's closure? Probably monsters.
Thank you.
Thank you kindly. Come back anytime. Grius. Ugh. Last night's incident wiped out the fort's entire garrison. Surely they lack the manpower needed to search for deserters. Hang on, I got a bit of a cramp here. Here, I'm gonna take a very brief break. I'll run a 1-minute ad while I'm doing that. Be right back. Okay. Okay, let me set this straight here. I'm gonna grab a cough drop really quick. Hang on. Hang on. Dang it. Alright. Grab some cough medicine or something tomorrow. Dang it. I took something last night, but it clearly didn't work. So, I don't know. Figure it out, I guess. Alright. We're about ready to go into the mines of Moria here. Alright, somehow we're already being pursued. Regardless, due to the nature of our mission, it'd be best if they consider us dead. Let's push through this mine while we can. I don't know how they're going to consider us dead. So it wasn't just my imagination to think we were being followed this whole time. But like Rhea said, something's off. When that human came out of nowhere, it wiped out all the soldiers to the last. Then again, maybe it didn't come out of nowhere. But if that's the case, no, it couldn't be. Alright, well. By the way, I cannot adjust the camera. Like, you know, you see what I'm doing right now? Like, literally, I'm trying to move the camera, and this is as far as it goes. So, I guess we're heading on in. Save the game first.
Wait a second.
Wait! What? There's probably a bunch of shady miners in there, right? Will we be safe around them? I mean, they're probably gonna have pickaxes and stuff, but, you know, we got magic. Fear not, most of them are the same miners who worked here before the closure. Besides, it'd be against their best interest to cause a scene and risk the current theocracy coming down on this place, right? Oh, sounds like they won't be a problem then. Are you ready? Let's go.
Let's go.
If our pursuers catch up with us, it'll be a whole mess of trouble that I'd rather not deal with. Let's move with haste. Nord Mines.
However,
it's dead quiet. Are you sure there are still people working here? That disquieting stillness you feel? Those are your instincts alerting you to the bloodthirst in the air. Judging by the people who were after us before, then it's likely...
Stop! Don't move!
Halt, deserters!
Don't you dare move!
You're trapped like rats now. Lay down your arms and surrender peacefully. As I thought, we've walked right into an ambush. They've got us at a disadvantage, catching us in the narrow bottleneck. We need to turn back now. It's no use. The entrance is already barricaded with soldiers. Surrender immediately. You've got nowhere to run. And if you don't comply, then the miners will pay the price for your insolence.
wait.
This is a misunderstanding. We're not deserters. We were forced to retreat. We had no choice. A human... Oh yes, we're well aware of your predicament. That's exactly why we can't have any survivors. Our orders are to let no one escape. What is going on? Well, it appears we stepped into a whole damn conspiracy. We have no choice. We fight our way through. You know, Gris, this mine nonsense coming through here, your idea. Reminder. Here they come. Stop them here and now.
Amazing! Great moves back there.
All right.
Mushrooms. Shiny ones. Can't pick them up though.
What are you doing?
I'm kicking your butt.
Look,
Over there, someone's collapsed.
Hey, are you alright?
Does he look alright to you?
I told you. I didn't see no deserters. Please. Don't kill me.
And he's gone. The life is gone from his eyes.
What?
Why?
To send a message, boy. Either we give ourselves up, or these innocents pay the price.
Well, we can't really give ourselves up.
But the only one who could know we survived, and the only one who could send soldiers after us. Oh, come on, let's move.
The enemy is too well prepared. Why are they going so far as to track us down? I don't. Who knows, buddy?
Can't believe this.
I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a
Stop
while.
right there.
As we're immediately attacked. I think we got them all. 2 seconds later. What?
No way.
Isn't that? Just as I thought. It all makes sense now. It appears that we're expected. Hmm? Oh, it's you.
I knew I'd find you here. You were the only one who never went up to the fort itself, after all. It couldn't have been anyone else.
Who would have thought 3 sorry stragglers would make it past a whole unit of assassins?
I hate to tell you, your assassins, you probably paid too much for them.
Bastard. You never intended for anyone to survive. You knew the human would be there.
Okay, but why?
Naturally. You heard the reports. I only put more bait on the hook. I wasn't expecting that damn thing to be rampaging already.
You sent those soldiers to their deaths. Why?
Because the kingdom's guard is powerless before the humans, and only a pile of bodies will prove that to the...
So someone wants the King's Guard disgraced. And when the people need him most, a savior rises as their shield. Is that your game?
Savior? Speak plain, boy. You think he's one of Luis's men?
A pitiful flock needs its shepherd. If a little blood is what it takes to show them who their real savior is, then that's a price easily paid.
So, here's something weird. We've got the character portrait on the bottom left by the text box. And the character portrait is animating when he speaks. And then there's the actual character model right here in the middle, which is also animating when he speaks. It's really strange. A very, very curious design decision, in my opinion. I don't get it. It's kind of weird.
That's why those sons and daughters died. For your savior.
They aren't the first. The soldiers cry for reinforcements. The villagers plead to be spared. But I know better than to confront a human.
A village? You refused. Wait, then you were the one who...
Stroll? Stroll? That you're...
7 years ago. The first Flames Day of June, a village in the northern hills was razed to the ground. A village called Harlia.
He's freaking out.
Oh, yes, that might have been a name.
For him, it was Tuesday.
Then you made a fatal mistake, Klinger. You left one survivor.
Stay back!
Help me!
Ugh. You played right into our hands, you know. This was the only road without checkpoints. A simple deduction.
You're a disgrace to your title. I may not make it out alive, but as for you, you're hopeless.
Oh, dude, calm down.
O thou who art seared with bitterness, O thou anguished traveler, it is time for thou to choose thy path. O lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path, awaken.
Please do not rip your heart out of your chest.
What?
What the? Oh, no! I can't trail Lord Louis. Without him, I've got nothing left. You struggle in vain. I won't let you rob me of my glory! This is the way of the real world, little lordling!
You call this real? Leaders abandon their people and the innocent die by their scorn. If that's the real world, then it can die alongside you!
No, what the ripping of the heart? This is almost as bad as Persona 3, where they shoot themselves in the head.
My name is Leon Stroll de Halietus. My home and my family were taken from me. I am the last of my house. I am the last of my noble bloodline. And in the name of my people, I will strike you down where you stand.
Why isn't a microphone? Why is there an audience? What is happening? This is very weird and also strangely awesome. Also, there's a miner who's got a knife to his throat.
Come, I will show you a world with honor.
The other dude has a hostage.
What is this?
You're asking me?
Wait, he's got power like yours now? You better show him how to use it.
You show him.
What you think you're doing, but I'll not cave to an empty threat like that!
Are you kidding? Do you not just watch this guy rip his own heart out of his chest and then turn into a monstrosity? You should be... Well, I'll give him credit for having stones.
This ignite is all I need to turn you to ash. You lot, get to it! Cover me!
What about the miner?
So he scampers off to protect himself, and his subordinates get to be his living shields. The man's showing his true colors. I'll fix the filthy coward with the end he deserves.
The igniter's powerful, but it takes care and calculation to wield. If you sense danger, steel your defenses and endure it.
Okay. I guess I only have one option here. Okay. It's only giving me one option to choose from, so I guess I'm gonna...
I'll cut you down! Don't bother struggling.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Good info. Okay.
Die already!
Look, buddy, I'm making decisions here, okay?
Seeker!
This is a turn-based thing. So I'm gonna... see, maybe I can wreck one of these soldiers.
Take this!
Let's make this quick. Die!
Yeah, we definitely want to get rid of these two.
I shall vanquish evil. Hack and slash. Face your death with honor. You're here? Useless. Die! What a shame.
Dodge! You've got some fancy footwork, Stroll.
That was a wild dodge. Did you see that? That was weird. Par for the course with this game, I guess, but dang.
I call upon royal power within. I'll cut you down.
You'll die unmissed and unborn. Die! Die!
Trivial. Hack and slash. I will fight with pride. Seeker. Wind.
Held back too much.
Die! Die! Die!
You first.
You! Die!
Oh, please. No holding back. I'll cut you down.
Luis!
Bye-bye. You were a terrible recruiter. I'll take that captain's uniform off you, though. About to get, washed, like, tremendously. And resized. We're gonna need to significantly tailor this uniform. Anyway.
That'll do.
Alright. We got some level ups and we got a rank up. Cool.
Strive for greater heights.
Luck went up by 1, that's good. Let's go ahead and raise magic.
I admit, it feels good to get stronger.
Stroll got all kinds of stat increases. Excellent.
I'd expect no less.
Then you got a new skill. Oh, it's an attack boost. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool.
Impossible!
I don't know how that guy got free, but you know what? Whatever. We're not going to complain. He's alive.
Never expected a commissioned officer would end up a wild-eyed zealot.
I mean, I don't know. This guy was
How
crazy.
did I do all that? And without an igniter.
You're asking the wrong guy that question, Stroll. Also, the heart ripping out thing. Okay, so if you've ever played Persona 3, in Persona 3, in order to summon their personas, the characters take this actuator that looks like a gun, they put it to their heads, and they pull the trigger. It's actually really disturbing. This is more so, because these guys are literally reaching into their chests and ripping their hearts out. They're plunging their hands into their chests. Heart coming out. It's like, what? It's like they're channeling Mala Ram or something. I'm freaking out over it. It's crazy. It's weirdly awesome, but dang, just kind of gets my attention.
Just like him.
This is a
really.
this game is all intense.
I'm Leon Stroll. Just a fallen noble from the countryside. Back there, Klinger mentioned a village that was raised by a human. They sent for help, but he abandoned them. Halia was its name. I'm the son of its lord. And now I know what really happened. We sent our fastest riders, but we were doomed from the start. If Luis was behind it, then that's all I need to know. He's the one who'll answer for it.
Somehow I think Luis would make short work of us at this point.
I have my own reason to fight now. I don't want to be an ally of convenience alone, so once more, please, let me join your cause.
Come on, Grius! You literally just watched him rip his own heart out of his chest to kill this incredibly corrupt officer. It's time to be an adult about this.
What do you say, Grius?
Grius.
I see. Keeping an eye on you was too much trouble in the first place.
So you've no objections? What say you, friend?
Every one of us.
Thank you.
Been fighting with me the whole time.
I'll remember this. Now, onward.
Why does Gallica have a rapier? Like literally, why does she have a rapier? Does she actually fight? I don't understand.
Proud noble, strong. Within him dwells the virtue of the warrior.
That's good, I guess. But literally, I mean, look, Gallica has a sword. She's got a sword. She has her own little battle gear. She has her own little cool helmet. But does she fight? I'm curious.
Nurture thy bond with him, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
More bonds. Rank 1, Stroll.
Together we stand.
How are we only at rank 1? We've been fighting with this guy since the outset. Okay. Oh, okay. How do we access this skill tree? This is some Da Vinci stuff going on right here. I like the design of this. I feel struck by inspiration. I found a new way to harness this power. I can sense the heroic embodiment of the warrior from within from Stroll. Not just from within Stroll, from Stroll. Just generally from Stroll.
Did you feel that just now? What's going on? Does it have something to do with that odd magic?
At this point...
Now that I think about it, once you awakened, isn't it weird that Stroll followed not long after? What does this mean?
It means that you're next. I can't back up that claim, but let's roll with it.
Wait, what?
Is that actually happening? Did I call it? Sort of. She gets to meet more.
Where are we? What just happened?
We're in the library. Yeah, we just teleport randomly whenever somebody feels like talking to us.
Surprising indeed. Somehow you find yourself here once more. And a fairy. I thought their kind long extinct. Do they yet take refuge in the Elden Sanctum?
Hey! You gonna talk to me or just at me?
We meet again, my friend. Though admittedly sooner than I'd expected.
Yeah, stuff happened.
Remarkably, another has awakened. What miracle is this? Yes, that same power now stirs in your companion. Another of the mighty archetypes.
Okay, sorry, I'm just getting myself comfortable.
Do you recall our discussion earlier about how archetypes are an original form of magic?
I recall.
Well, more or less.
Consider this. As an elder, you are an outcast of society, yes? Your very identity is a kind of destiny you may defy but not escape. All mortals suffer under the weight of our burdens. But in facing and embracing that anxiety, you make it your innermost power. You find freedom. And so, the lives of those who overcome their hardships and embody the virtues within are passed down as heroic tales.
What does this have to do with the archetypes?
Your companion, too, had his eyes open to his true path and claimed its virtue. That awakening is your doing, you know. He awakened to the archetype that protects you.
Okay.
Hey, hold on a second. Who even are you? How much do you know? I'm warning you, if you mess with him, you're gonna have to go through me.
That's very gallant of you, Gallica. I appreciate your bravery, but you're kind of puny.
You two share quite a deep connection, don't you?
Well, we didn't always, but now we're partners to the end. We're linked down to the depths of our hearts. Right?
Like, is this like a... Please tell me we're just friends, because I don't think it would work out with you two.
Right.
We trust each other. I've got his back and he's got mine. And that's all there is to it.
Again, if you start saying, hey, listen, every 2 seconds, we're going to have problems. Just throwing that out there.
The mystical fairy, Gallica. Within her dwells the virtue of the mage.
Who is the mysterious voice?
Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
We didn't actually shake hands.
I lead you astray. That's the whole reason I'm here.
That's okay. Okay. I sense the heroic embodiment of the mage from Gallica.
Hey, wasn't that...
Fascinating. Do you understand what just happened? By connecting with others who have found their resolve, you awaken to new strength. And further, you and all your allies may fight with the strength of any archetype in your circle.
So sorry about the coughing.
As an example, your other companion, the fellow with the eye patch, he seems to have some training and knowledge regarding the wielding of an archetype. By his own account, nothing came of it. Yet if you so desire it, you can awaken the true power within him.
I do not want to watch him ripping his heart out of his chest.
What? You mean Remus could use this power too?
The nature of the Seeker. No. Perhaps it is simply your own nature. You truly are remarkable. If you seek answers, then go and claim them. This right here.
Okay. What I'm about to show you is a lineage chart of the archetypes I've been researching. That said, there are many I've yet to see, so it's far from complete. Okay. Each of you has your own chart. You'll use these charts in the signing of archetypes.
Now then.
Firstly, let's consider the one-eyed warrior who yet bears no archetype. Open Grius' lineage chart, please. Okay.
This here.
This is the chart that shows the power and connection of the archetypes. You can gain a new archetype by selecting one here and studying its powers. To study, you will need Mogla, the source of all magic, but simply drawing from the Mogla within yourself will put too heavy a burden on you. What this means is you'll need to gather Mage, I guess, from your battles and other sources. Keep that in mind as you travel, so that's what that stat after the battles means. Each character can study archetypes obtained throughout the story by selecting the corresponding icon on the tree. Studying archetypes consumes Mage, minuscule shards of Mogla crystals. Okay. Once a character is studying an archetype, you can use the main menu to change the channeled archetype at no cost. Okay.
What that means.
To learn is to change oneself, they say. Here, you may achieve that through the study of the archetypes and their deepest secrets. So this is the skill tree, I guess.
Now then.
Now, I'd like you to choose an archetype from among these. Okay, well, this is Grius. I don't really see him as a mage. So we're going to go with Warrior.
I see. This right here.
Ah, this would be the archetype that the young nobleman recently awakened to. The warrior's domain is physical offense, by way of a weighty great sword. Well, Grius seems to be very skilled with the sword. Few other archetypes can compete with its raw destructive power. Yet that specialization comes at a cost. It has virtually no utility or support outside of hard hits. Beat them up. If your aim is to overwhelm the enemy with brute force, I'd say this is a fine archetype to do it with.
Alright.
500 Maj is required to channel the warrior. Is this the archetype you've chosen? How much Maj do we have? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and give it to him.
Sure.
Yes, he's earned my trust.
Of course.
So be it. Following you and the young man called Stroll, another worthy wielder of archetypes joins your ranks. From this sanctum I shall speak to the heart of the man with the eye patch, Grius. Feel his resolve, and let a new soul dwell in his heart. Please do not make him heart... No, do not rip your heart out of your chest. Don't. Okay. I hear the voices of past heroes' souls. O worthy heart, who tempers anxiety into strength. If thou art ready to bear thyself and fight with all thine heart, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the warrior.
What did you say?
What's this? Is it truly an archetype? This is the same magic I once strove for. I can't believe it. It's finally in my grasp. Do not rip your heart out of your chest. Don't do it. The warrior archetype has awakened. You can now change archetypes from the main menu.
I see. This could be useful.
Fascinating.
The man with the eye patch should now have awoken to an archetype. Similarly, I can imbue you and that noble youth with a new archetype power. Feel free to experiment now and from here on. Okay.
That is...
I don't want to change that. Okay, I have to get more to rank 3 before I can unlock whatever the heck that is. It looks wild, though, just looking at that silhouette.
I see.
Okay. Well, let's think about that. I'm going back. Okay, tutorials, cities, academia. By talking to more in academia and studying archetypes, you will be able to unlock and then use new archetypes. You can gain useful strategic knowledge by attending Moore's lectures or by reading books from the surrounding bookshelves. Some functions of the main menu are now available, such as changing your archetype. Okay. Archetypes that have been studied in academia can be swapped in town or dungeons at any time. Changing them to suit your needs is a good strategy. Makes sense. You can now check the status of your royal virtues, the qualities necessary in a king, from the main menu. Why do we need the qualities necessary in a king? You can raise these virtues in many ways. Like, aren't we trying to revive the prince? Kitty, kitty, kitty.
That's a good kitty.
Kitties. Don't usually see this kind of cat in the city, huh?
This cat, you see.
Cute, isn't he? I named him Plateau. He's the only solace I have as I'm confined here. Looks like Plateau wants to give me something. He gave me a hero's incense. Okay. Thank you. I have no idea what it's for. Oh, it looks like he's taking a shine to you. That's a valuable item, so do hold on to it. See, always check, always pet the kitty cats. This seems to be about archetype tactics. Archetypes cannot realize their true potential on individual strength alone. Strategies must account for attack, support, recovery, teamwork, and formation. Naturally, optimal strategies require first grasping the fundamentals. Yet some battles demand a team of singular specialization in boldness and planning. Party formation tips. The most effective way to form your party is to consider the balance of attack, recovery, and assist skills in your archetypes. If you obtain information about enemies in advance, you can arrange archetypes to counteract enemy strengths and strike at enemy weaknesses. Cultivate your archetypes strategically so that you may employ a wide range of battle strategies.
What now?
I like this artwork. Galco doesn't have any powers. The scroll has shapes of a language I've never seen before. It must be some kind of formula. It says the royal magic at the top. That's a formula for a rather complex spell. When mages devise such intricate magic, they commit the formula to scrolls in advance. Hold on. Are you saying the king himself wrote this? Why would it be here of all places? I couldn't begin to tell you. Perhaps the previous king had his reasons for imprisoning me here after all. I would love to decipher its contents, but it will take a good amount of time. It's written in a script I've never laid eyes on before. How long have you been here? But before you go, there's just one thing. Would you mind taking a look at the very end of the scroll?
What's this?
This drawing. The drawing is very interesting looking.
Take a look.
Indeed. It's no more than a simple illustration. Whew, excuse me. But do you not think it bears some resemblance to the Seeker archetype? Fair. Moreover, it bears a caption, and mysteriously enough, of all the language therein, that is the one part I am able to parse. It says, noob. Likely the name of a person. Unmistakably so, though I could not begin to tell you why I feel so certain. A person's name.
Hang on a second.
Well, that's certainly a mystery on top of an enigma. Makes me wonder what it says.
Adieu.
Should you learn anything new, I would appreciate it very much if you'd share it with me. Please examine the scroll whenever you've learned new truths. Guess I'll keep that in mind. Oh my gosh. Whew. Sorry, I'm really tired. Ugh. Rewards of certain victory. Overpowering the enemy utterly can be a source of immense growth. At times, it is good to wield all your powers in full force to test your own limits. If you crush all your enemies without being damaged, you'll receive bonus experience from the battle. We've already seen this in practice. Yielding turns. Allowing your ally to take action instead and leaving yourself vulnerable may seem futile at first glance, but you'll find it lends many strategic possibilities. Try to consider the many aspects of battle, such as the order of turns, advantages against the enemy, and the state of your allies when deciding your actions. The past action cycles control to the next character while only consuming half of a turn icon. Okay. This can be useful when the current character's skills are not effective against the enemy, or when you want to give a character with recovery magic another action. Guarding. It goes without saying that a blind offensive rush may not be enough to win. It will be necessary at times to raise your defenses and endure an incoming attack. Press circle to guard, which consumes one turn icon. Okay. Guarding greatly decreases the damage your character takes and prevents any weaknesses from being exploited. This prevents the enemies from gaining turns, too. Okay. Formations. We've already seen most of this. Your row's distance from the enemy has a great impact in battle. A true tactician will switch the formation of allies to better suit the situation at hand. During squad battles, your formation will affect the damage party members deliver and receive, depending on the position. Those in the front row deal more damage with melee attacks. Those in the back row deal less melee damage, but take less damage from enemies. Does it impact their magic damage? During battle, you can change your formation by using... we already know about that. Negated attacks. If you lose the ability to attack, the enemy will quickly gain the upper hand. When confronting an unfamiliar enemy, due caution is warranted. Normally, an action consumes one turn icon, but the results of the action can change the amount of consumption. If an attack is nullified or evaded, the number of turn icons consumed is doubled. That's really important info. I'm glad I looked at this. If an attack is reflected or absorbed, all turn icons are lost and the turn forcibly ends. Ooh, man, there's some penalties if you miss. Dang. Status ailments. Some monsters inflict lasting conditions called status ailments. It is wise to know their effects. To benos? 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 What? Benos? Is that a real word? I am an English major. I've never seen that word before. Benos? Benos? I mean, there's unbeknownst. Alright. Alright. Benos, verb. To know about, have knowledge of, recognize, understand, be aware of, be knowledgeable about. Or, to acknowledge, own, confess. Interesting. It's very old. Well, we learned something about English today. That is fascinating. Alright, status ailments. There are two types of status ailments, physical and mental. It is possible to be afflicted with both types at once. Great. Physical status ailments persist even after a battle ends. Mental status ailments automatically recover when a battle ends. This is important information. Physical ailments persist. Sounds like something like, poison or silence or something like that. Okay. Oh, here we go. Poison. HP depletes every time you take an action. Paralysis. High chance of an action failing to occur after selecting it. Great. Please tell me there's a way to cure these. Malady. Strength, magic, endurance, agility, and luck are greatly reduced. Additionally, HP and MP recovery effects are nullified, with recovery amounts becoming 0. Oh, jeez. Hex. Half of any damage dealt is dealt to self as well. Oh my gosh. Additionally, while afflicted, resistance to dark is greatly reduced, and susceptibility to status ailments is greatly increased. Oh, jeez. Burn. Additional damage is taken after being attacked. Frostbite. Attack damage is greatly reduced. Oh my gosh. Mental status ailments. Daze. Hit rate for attacks is greatly reduced. Charm. Character will act on their own, attacking allies or assisting enemies. Something tells me we'll see a bunch of that. Forget. Character cannot use archetype skills. Sleep. Character cannot take any actions, and any physical attacks suffered are always critical hits. Ouch. Rage. Character has higher attack power, but damage from enemies is greatly increased. Kind of like Berserk. All actions become normal weapon attacks. Yeah, that sounds like Berserk to me. Anxiety. An ally-only ailment preventing the use of archetype skills. If attacked while afflicted, the enemy will not consume a turn icon. Stun. An enemy-only ailment. They cannot act for 1 turn. Well, that was good to know. That was good to know. Okay. So I'm exceedingly tired. And this cough is just not doing me any favors. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here. We'll just have a very short stream tonight. My apologies. I would like to do longer streams of this because this game is actually becoming very interesting. It is fun to play so far. Granted, there are way too many tutorials for my liking. But so far the game is fun to play. It's got really good music. The voice acting is really good. The story's a little confusing. I presume it will start to make more sense later. But I'm really liking this game so far. So we're definitely gonna. I intend to play this all the way through. But for now, I'm worn out. I'm worn out. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I'm Agnostic Noob, and this is Metaphor ReFantazio. Really cool game so far. If you've not played it yet, I recommend it. Very, very good. I will be back probably next Saturday. I return to office next week full time. So my commute is about 45 minutes to an hour one direction. So I figure to be pretty well wiped out at the end of my work days. So we'll see how I feel about it, though. You know, maybe I'll start doing some weeknight streams, but in the meantime, Saturday definitely next stream. So, thank you for watching. If watching indeed you have been, appreciate you being here. Hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream, and I'm gonna get some sleep because I could use some. Until next time, take care. Have a good night. Later.